right, time for Political Buzz, your rapid-fire look at the best political topics of the day. 3 questions, 30 seconds on the clock, and playing today, CNN contributor Maria Cardona, political analyst at Hiram College, Professor Jason Johnson, and CNN contributor Will Kane. First question, guys, Jon Huntsman. He was the guy that the White House saw as the biggest threat to President Obama. He ignored Iowa, finished a weak third in New Hampshire, where he put all his focus, and then he's going to drop out next hour. So do you think we're going to see him again in 2016? Maria?
Well, I think it depends on 2 things, Kira. The first is what he does from now until 2016 to maintain himself relevant and continue to be part of the conversation. But the second and most important thing, I think, is whether the Republican Party continues its rapid lurch to the right. If that happens, then I think it's going to be very difficult for Jon Huntsman to run, because even though he was a fiscal conservative, Republicans would not get over the fact that he actually was rational. He believed in science. He believed in evolution. He believed in climate change, and he was not ready to give up his principles and his values to say and do whatever needed to be done in order to get elected.
Will?
2016 is a world away. It's forever. It's impossible to know what his position or the entire field of candidates, both on the left and the right, might be at that time. That being said, if Huntsman decides he does want to run in 16, he can take some massive lessons from his 2012 campaign. Don't paint yourself as a moderate. Don't call yourself that. Don't appeal to Democrats and throw conservatives under the bus in a primary. Don't run a general election campaign in a primary election. All that being said, 4 years away, 2016, if some of the predictions are true, Christie, Ryan, I don't see his place in a field like that.
Jason?
Look, the Republicans have such a great farm team. Let's say Barack Obama gets reelected in 2012. They've got Nikki Haley. They've got Marco Rubio. Jon Huntsman is going to look like a throwback to the early 2000s that no one wants to deal with again. So I really think that once he makes his announcement, once he endorses Mitt Romney, he's going to ride off into the sunset like so many other Republican candidates of the past. The Republicans need to be looking towards the future. And if actually Mitt Romney ends up winning the election, then definitely there is no room for Jon Huntsman in any position except maybe going back to the administration as some kind of ambassador. He's got no future in 2016.
All right, talking about the future, guys, it's looking like Romney. Anything is possible, though. Let's just put it out there. But hypothetically speaking, if it's a Romney versus Obama matchup, where does Obama hammer Romney the hardest? Will?
I mean, I think where he should hammer him the hardest, what would probably be the most effective in my mind, would be to continue to press on this flip-flopper thing that he's been on both sides of so many different issues. That I think will be the most effective. I anticipate that's not what he'll do, or that will be his B game, his JV strategy. His main game will be hammer on him because he's rich, to play the inequality card, to play the Bane card, to play that over and over. And I have huge amounts of skepticism over whether or not something like that will work.
Maria?
I think it's going to be to hammer him on the exact same things that Romney has handed him and the Democrats on a silver platter. And it's not to hammer him because he's rich. It's to hammer him because he does not understand one iota what middle-class families and working-class families are going through. And he has said things to actually underscore that he likes to fire people, making $10,000 bets like it's 10 cents to you and me, belittling a $1,500 tax cut for middle-class families like a temporary little Band-Aid. This is somebody that does not understand what middle-class families are going through. And what's more, he wants to put in place policies that put middle-class families in their hardship to begin with.
Jason?
Look, if we've got a 10-month race between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's like Frazier and Niles arguing. These are 2 guys who are kind of out of touch with a lot of regular people. But I think Obama's main argument is going to be, as out of touch as I am and as many mistakes as I've made, this guy is even worse. So he's going to go through everything. He's going to talk about Bain Capital. He's going to talk about how Mitt Romney flip-flops. He's going to talk about how even when Mitt Romney helped someone like he did in South Carolina yesterday, he had $150 in his pocket. Barack Obama is going to throw every single thing he can at Mitt Romney throughout this campaign and see which one sticks, because he certainly can't talk about his own record.
Jason, did you say Frazier and Niles?
Yes.
I love it. All right, your buzzer beater, 20 seconds each on this one, guys. Jon Huntsman's exit means his daughters, the Jon 2012 girls, stars of social media, as we know, are going to have to find something else to do. And we were kind of thinking maybe Dancing with the Stars, I don't know, reality show. What's next for them, Maria?
I think they have a bright future. They could direct somebody's social media campaigns. They could be video directors. They could go to Hollywood. But I think they should actually run for office. They're beautiful, they're articulate, they're smart, and especially Republicans in the House need a lot more beauty and certainly a lot more brains.
Jason?
Look, I really think they're more of an amazing race kind of group. I mean, and they can make lots of allegories to their father's race. They can say, hey, hopefully we'll be less than 4% behind the rest of the candidates. I mean, I think the three of them are very witty, very charming, very engaging, but politics is not the way they want to go. I think America likes seeing young, active Generation Xers who aren't just completely political in their mindset. So, amazing race, that's their future.
All right, Will?
I'm with Jason. I think that politics is the last place they need to be. I don't think they helped their father's campaign all that much, but I think we can all agree that the Jon 2012 girls don't need to go away. They can stick around. We can find a place for these three young ladies somewhere in this world of television, right?
They would dominate American Idol, let me tell you.
Anything.
Have you heard them all sing? I mean, they can start a band with their dad. There you go, and go on tour. Thanks, guys.
I like that.
There we go. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Kara.
All right, be sure to watch CNN Thursday night to hear the candidates in their own words. The ads have been